Hello out there. In this video I want to let you know a few of the things I'm working on in 2022 and also to let you know how this whole YouTube experiment is going. You might know me from my previous musical solo project Makes War, you might know me from my current musical solo project Penfriend, or you might not know me at all. But I'm primarily a musician, I'm a full-time artist. I make music, videos, podcasts, zines, and all sorts of special releases through the year. If you've seen my last two videos, you'll know that I'm right smack bang in the middle of an album recording project. Obey Robots is a collaborative project between myself and Rat from Ned's Atomic Dustbin. We were introduced in 2019 by Miles Hunt from The Wonder Stuff, and we've been writing songs back and forth remotely since then. At the time of filming, I have 5.5 weekdays remaining to record all of my parts, so that's all the bass, the singing, and any synth or additional instrumental parts. That's why episode 3 of my Captain's Vlog is going to be coming in a future week. They just take such a long time to put together and I have to put all of my time into recording at the moment. I love making videos, but music has to come first. It's really exciting to know that this album is going to be coming out this year. I'll know more about a potential release date next month, so I'll let you know. Since 2019, a big part of my creative practice has been making a CD and a zine every quarter. The CD always contains at least 3 exclusive tracks, and the zines are a collection of my story essays, photographs, and drawings. I make the zines and CDs for my Correspondence Club, a fantastic group of people who have gathered together to support my music, video, podcast, and everything else making. Thank you so much to every single member. The latest bundles went out just before Christmas, and there are only 10 remaining in the whole world. It's a bumper edition with 2 zines, a 6-track CD, and 4 photo postcards. And they're ready for you to send to a friend, because post is fun. I started doing these because I do think post is fun, and the Penfriend project is part of that. I'll do a little flick through of the zines, but I don't want to ruin the secret really. Words, pictures, words. I only ever print a very few extra copies of these, so I only have 10 of these bundles left. If you'd like one, have a look in the description box for a link. I do release a digital version of the bundles as well, so even if you're a minimalist, have a look below and I will put all the information that you need. Speaking of my previous solo project, Makes War, I have 2 things coming out this year that I'm really excited to share with you. I'm finding this a bit hard to believe myself, but my second Makes War album, Little Battles, was released in 2012, which means that this year is the 10th anniversary of me sending that album out into the world. To celebrate, I thought I would release the album on vinyl for the very first time, and along with it, I'm going to be releasing my first album, Disarm, on vinyl as well. To make it extra special, I commissioned new artwork for both albums. Plus I'm going to be putting together a demos and rarities collection for Little Battles for the first time, re-releasing the Disarm demos, plus making t-shirts, postcards, and all sorts of other fun things. When I first started sharing my music with the internet, I honestly had no idea of the journey I would go on between then and now. I believe in celebrating milestones, big or small, so I hope you'll join me in celebrating this one. Nothing's available to order yet, I just wanted to let you know. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, make sure that you join my mailing list. I'll leave a link in the description box. The main thing I do is make music under the name Penfriend, and I'll be doing a lot of that this year as well. I'm not done telling the world about last year's album Exotic Monsters yet, so I'm going to be making at least 2 more music videos to share the songs with people. And I'll be setting a date for my next online gig very soon. So now's a pretty great time to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, and if you want to click that bell then you'll get notifications of future live streams, new videos and all that sort of thing. I have started making the second Penfriend album, but that's on pause this month so that I can focus on Obey Robots. As for in-person live gigs, I have 0 plans at the moment. One of my biggest videos on this channel so far was published last March when I talked about how, with the live music industry getting ready to return, I was choosing not to play gigs in 2021. I have no regrets about publishing that video or about following through on that intention. Everyone's path is different and I'm not judging anyone for playing gigs or attending them. It's just really important to me that I am consistent with what I say and what I do. And I've been very open about how I wouldn't want to go and attend a gig as an audience member. So I feel it just wouldn't be right for me to go and perform at a gig that I wouldn't be comfortable to attend. If I wouldn't stand next to you in the crowd, why am I asking you to be in the room? I do miss playing to you though, so more online gigs this year for sure. Once I realised in 2020 that playing gigs was going to be something I wouldn't be able to do for some time, I decided to start exploring my options. I had already intended to launch my podcast, which I did in June 2020, and I continued with that all the way to the end of 2021, clocking up 50 interview episodes. The other thing I was really interested in trying was getting back to YouTube. And having had a pretty unsuccessful YouTube channel for 14 years, I started a new one when I started my Penfriend project in May 2020. And last summer I decided to put some proper time and focus into building my channel, making different kinds of videos and sharing them with you. This is actually my 8th weekly video in a row, and I'm just really proud of myself for doing that. Before I started making my own solo music, I actually worked as a one-woman video production company, having taught myself to edit video in the evenings after working an office job between, I think it was like 2003, 2004. So from January last year, I started doing lots of research, by which I mean watching many YouTube videos about making YouTube videos. And some of them are really useful, and some of them are just this weird pyramid scheme thing. But I learned a lot, and I started to make a plan, and I took an online course with one of my favourite YouTubers, Matt Diavella, and that really helped. And I caught up with an old Bristol music friend, Mary Spender, who you might know as the person who's got over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, from consistently making videos talking about music, talking about guitars, talking to other musicians, just doing her own very cool Mary Spender thing online. I'd only just started publishing my weekly videos when I spoke to Mary for my podcast last year, and I found that just so galvanising. I'm a completely independent musician, right? There's no one else here. Well, Albie's on the chair, but she's not heavily involved with my musical output. I'm saying this because over the years I've had to find all sorts of different ways to get my music out there. For me, the main way is through using an email list. And I really was known for a while there as one of the musicians who was really, really good at social media. What I find so exciting about YouTube is the storytelling aspect. You really can't get away with it on here. You have to make videos that are entertaining or useful or both. So I have to figure out the best ways of using my energy and my time to stay in touch with people who are into my music and want to hear from me, and to find new like-minded people to come and join this really friendly community that's grown up over the last 12 years around the music that I've made. When I was planning out this YouTube experiment, the reasons for doing it were nothing to do with money. I wanted to make videos again to get back into storytelling, to get back into editing, to improve my on-camera presence, so to get over fears that I have about public speaking, and I do have fears about public speaking. I wanted to get over fears about my appearance and my age, because the music industry has not been particularly welcoming to me over the years. Whether it's because I'm a woman, whether it's because I'm now 40 years old, whether it's because I've never dressed myself in order to sell my records. So I stand here as a 40-year-old woman, making my own music, making my own videos, making my own way in life thanks to the generous support of the people who buy my records, buy my merch, and are members of my correspondence club. I feel like I'm doing this for all the right reasons, and it really doesn't hurt that there's an element of respect afforded creators on this platform by the monetization scheme. To get monetized on YouTube, your channel has to have had 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. And I'm delighted and quite excited to let you know that as of today, my channel has had 3,019 watch hours. That 4,000 hours watch time goal actually feels achievable now, and that's all down to you. Thank you so much for watching. I probably don't need to explain to you how valuable an additional income stream could be to an independent musician like myself, so that's why I've been working so hard towards this goal, and why I'm quite excited to see what the next stage of this could be. I know that once my channel gets monetized, I'll start to receive some ad revenue. So with the ads that are already being served to you before my videos, I don't get anything from those at the moment, but once my channel is monetized, I will. And it's all based on watch time, so of course, to start with, it might be just pennies. And that's why under every video I have a list of affiliate links, so that if people are interested in the gear that I use, or any of the books or the music equipment that I might talk about in the videos, they might check them out through my links, and if they end up buying them, I get a very small amount of money. So far I've made £2.26 from Amazon affiliate links, and that only seemed like a small amount of money until I looked at my streaming statement the other day. You might be aware of the chat around streaming services and musicians not getting paid fairly and things like that. I'm not going to go into that here, but I'll be very interested to know if and when I do get monetized, whether the income from making these videos could overtake the very small income I make from streaming. So if you have been following my music for a while, and you've been wondering why on earth I'm spending all this time on YouTube, that's why. The beginning of March will be the anniversary of the first video of mine that went pretty big on YouTube, the one about not playing gigs in 2021. So my goal is to try and get monetized the day before so that I don't lose all of those watch hours when the clock ticks over midnight. If you'd like to help me achieve this goal, here's a playlist of all of my Captain's vlogs so far, or you could just press shuffle on my podcast playlist and go out for the day. Thank you so much.